My name is Laurence Kemball-Cook, and I'm the founder and CEO of Pavegen. Pavegen make floors that convert the energy of your footsteps into electrical power. Pavegen came about after I was working at one of the largest energy companies in Europe. I spent a year trying to evaluate new ways of energy in cities, and I failed. I kept thinking about the problem, and I was studying at Loughborough University, and I thought, what if we could generate energy from the city around us? What if we could make it be commercial, generate energy inside and out, and all you need is people? For me, the first steps of creating Pavegen was actually to build a prototype that showed that this technology was viable. I went into a workshop, I spent 48 hours there, and I came out with the first ever prototype showing that it worked. It was held together by bits of wood, blue tack and duct tape. It was very basic, but it showed that a footstep could generate power. When I started Pavegen, it didn't really feel ambitious. I think startups weren't a thing in 2009. There was no accelerators. I just knew I had an idea and I wanted to bring it to the world. It's a crusade. We're trying to change the world's opinion on energy and build a product, which is a big challenge in itself. Research and development has been critical for us because we're trying to engineer a product in one of the harshest environments in the world, the ground. People are sick on you, you're vandalized, huge temperature fluctuations, dust, water, everything. So it's a really big challenge. We focused our time to build over 500 production versions of our technology to make it robust and to make it durable and to make it generate as much energy as possible. I think my advice for SMEs looking to budget for R&D is it will always cost more than you think. It will always take longer and it'll be a lot more painful than you can ever imagine. But I think always, as long as there's a buffer in there, then it makes it more sustainable to move forward. We went around getting our first customers in a non-traditional way. I built my first prototype at university. I went to a design show in London. I got on TV, I got in 7 or 8 newspapers, and I had a website that was rather bold in its statements, and people contacted me from there. So it really snowballed from this initial interest that was purely organic. My advice for SMEs wanting success internationally, I think the first thing is believe the world is a big place. The United Kingdom is a very, very small market. Always look overseas on day one. So that's the most important thing. The government are there to help. The Department for International Trade have been invaluable as we've scaled up. So we have full support from them. Be bold, be aggressive, spend all your money on growth, even if you've got none left. Too many people settle with a lifestyle business. Growth is key. The highlights for me of launching Pavegen were seeing Pavegen installed in a favela in Brazil, where we power a soccer field using the energy of lighting. We closed a contract with the federal US government, and we have it outside, powering lights outside the White House, and then working with people like Google on some of the biggest contracts today. So I think you've got some multinational companies, some huge government organizations, and some really challenging socio-economic projects that we've really started to tackle. I think the biggest learning curve for me is building relationships with people. I think we've been lucky to have some fantastic partners around the world. And I think too is finding the right investors. Find the right investors that help and support and nurture your business. We went 40K to 400K revenue to $1 million very, very quickly. And it was all about get the money in, prove you can execute. The next step for Pavegen is we're really building out our data side of the company. We've proven that people love to walk on our floor, and now we're using the data produced and giving people rewards for their footsteps on mobile devices.